What's good, everybody? This is your cosmic homegirl, and I am doing a forecast for all of us, for all signs, for the first week of March of 2020. So it is a brand new month. I am recording this during Mercury retrograde, so we will see how this goes. Okay, because you guys know your girl is a Pisces. Okay, my moon sign is Pisces, and when Mercury is retrograde in your sign, whether it's your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, even your own Mercury sign, okay, Mercury retrograde in your sign can just really F everything up. All right. So I'm really trying here. So hopefully this gets up and out to you guys in a decent timing, and hopefully nothing messes up. Okay, let's just cross our fingers here. But this is a forecast for the first week of March of 2020. So I'm going to cover March 1st through the 8th. All right. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for continuing to be subscribed to my channel. And I have been taking just a little bit of a break. I am very low vibrational right now. I have been sick with like some respiratory crap for, oh my God, now it's been almost 3 weeks. It hasn't completely gone away because I still work and stuff, like even though I'm sick. So whatever, it's taken a little while for it to go away. And plus the sun conjunct Neptune and then Mercury conjunct Neptune. Mercury rules breathing and respiratory stuff, and Neptune is like it can rule like it rules like liquids, and it can be congestion. Like sun conjunct Neptune can make people hella congested, as well as Mercury is breathing and stuff. It can make you cough, you know what I'm saying, like, and have your lungs and your breathing be very congested. So I still sound like crap, so my apologies. I sound better than last week, and probably better than the week before too. So doing a little bit better. So I'm coming on here to just talk a little bit, and hopefully this will raise my vibration, diving a little bit back into my astrology stuff. And if you guys hear like voices and stuff in the background, once again, I do one of many freaking jobs that I have is I work in the industry of radio, and everybody has to be loud and very mercurial, and this is a Gemini moon that I'm recording this under, and to be in this industry you have to have lots of Mercury and or Gemini. I haven't read everybody's charts here at the station yet, but I'm kind of working on that, wink wink. I'm pretty positive a lot of these fools have Gemini in the mix, okay? Because the attention spans have been hella short, and everybody's been hella loud and chatty and gossipy, all right? But that's entertaining to me, so I don't mind. Just letting you guys know in case you hear voices other than my own coming through on my mic, because I'm not talking super loud myself, okay? All right, so let's get to the forecast for the week. What's going on? So let's cover the moon. What's going on with Miss Moon here? Where is she at? What's she doing? She's in the sign of Gemini. The moon rules our emotions, how we're feeling and how we're emotionally reacting to things. And also the moon can have an effect on our minds too and our memories. So that's why I said the attention spans have been like super hella short, and people, including myself, have been extra chatty. Some people may have had like their sense of humor come out more, and sharing more memes and stuff like that. I love the moon and Gemini days because they can also help you to kind of get over things quicker. And with all this freaking Pisces water, and then this earth that's like stagnant and sits, like we kind of need some energy that's a little more quick moving, you know what I'm saying, to kind of get us, like, snap us out of stuff. So yeah, the moon is in Gemini the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then into part of the 4th part of the 4th of March. Okay. So yeah, we have moon and Gemini days. Those days can be very fun and just cracking jokes, laughing. You don't really take too much seriously during moon and Gemini days, unless Gemini is one of your water houses in your chart, your 4th, your 12th, or your 8th, and then it can make you like your moods go from you're crying 1 second to the next second you're laughing at some stupid shit. So it could be a little bit mad energy. Okay, so next let's talk about Venus square Saturn. Oh my gosh, what is Miss Venus doing? She is poor Venus in Aries. That poor little Venus in Aries. She's been tortured this last week. OMG. Did you guys feel Venus square Pluto last week, like the last week of February? Venus square. I wasn't here to talk about it on YouTube. I did post some stuff in my Instagram stories, but that energy kind of had me in a low vibe too. Like, let me know if you guys were feeling it too. It's still technically Venus square Pluto until Venus gets like into maybe the first few degrees of Taurus. Yeah, until she gets in the first few degrees of Taurus. She's still squaring Pluto, and Venus square Pluto, it acts kind of like a frustrated Venus in Scorpio. So if you know how Scorpio acts, especially in love, it feels like this is how, like, I wrote some poetry and stuff. I didn't share all of it because some of it, was like way too intense. But just the feeling of it, if you're involved with someone or you're in love with someone or you have feelings from someone, you're connected to somebody, this is how that energy felt. It felt like wanting to scream it out how you feel. Especially if you have to hold your feelings back for some reason, hold them inside for some reason. Venus square Pluto is tension, and it just makes you so frustrated and tense and you're within your emotions that you just want to scream, or like you feel like you want to just rip your heart out of your chest, and just hand it to somebody and be like, here, it's right here, I'll give it all to you if you want it. But you have to really want it, you have to want it as much as I want you. Like, it's very intense, and it's very like, I'll do anything, I'll go to any depths, I'll freaking kill for this love. Like, that's how Venus square Pluto feels. It could have brought out some jealousy in some people, in some connections. I definitely witnessed that and experienced it a little bit too, can bring out jealousy, and even some people just wanting to kill off their feelings or kill off a connection they had to someone because the jealousy was just too much to bear. Like the wanting to possess someone or be possessed by them, or even both, it was just too intense and too much to bear, that you just feel like you want to like crawl out of your own skin, and just, oh my god, it's just so intense, you guys. So if you felt this, if you're an Aries, if you are a Capricorn, you may have felt that very strongly. If you're Venus ruled, if you're ruled by the planet Venus, like you're a Libra, or you are a Taurus, or even if you're a Scorpio, because Pluto is your ruling planet, you signs probably felt that heavy, especially, like I said, if you're connected to somebody in a relationship, whether it's a situationship or a committed one or something, especially if you're at a distance from that person, or there's some sort of blocks between you guys, there's no communication, or it's just, it was really intense. I know I keep repeating myself like a broken record with that word, but no, seriously, it was. So and Pluto is about destroying too. So some people could have like destroyed, sabotaged, maybe even wanted to sabotage a relationship or a love connection, or their own feelings, because there were just so much. Pluto is about sabotaging, burning down, breaking down things. So some people could have just felt like, this connection is too much to bear, my feelings are too much, I just need to burn them all away and kill them off because it's just so much. So yeah, some people could have really been feeling that. It's just, oh my god, I can't wait till that transit is over. I can't wait for Venus to move out of Aries. Like, she was cool, you know what I'm saying, bringing maybe bringing out more of the red lipstick, the red gear, more of the energy of like, you want somebody, you pounce on them, you know what I'm saying, like you have no fear when it comes to love with Venus and Aries. But Venus square Pluto can bring out love, and now Venus is squaring Saturn. On the 3rd, it's super intense. It's exact Venus square Saturn. And this can bring some frustration in love too. It can bring some blocks within, or you feel blocked within love, and also with money also. You can feel blocked with your finances and frustrated about them because Venus does rule your money and the things that you buy with your money. So maybe you go to this grocery store and you swipe your card and there's so many issues with it, especially with Mercury retrograde. Hello. Maybe there's issues with your card or your bank, excuse me, your bank account, and they block you from being able to buy things that you want. Or maybe like what happened to me was, see, what happened was I thought I was going to get paid more than I got paid, excuse me, on a paycheck. And I felt like I was shorted money. You know, Saturn can short and block. And also I went to go pick up another paycheck from another job, and they said, oh, well, you didn't pick it up on payday, so we mailed it out that day. Like, who the hell does that? I don't know. It was just ridiculous. So I have to chase down my check in the mail. It's just so stupid. So I was blocked with money. Like Venus square Saturn, you know, blocked me with having the money, as much money as I thought I would be able to have access to. So some people could be experiencing stuff like that, or maybe getting a bill in the mail that, you know, maybe you forgot about, and Mercury retrograde brought that shit right back, you know, and it's like, dang, I really thought I had money and now I'm seeing that I don't because here's this bill. You know, there could be things like that coming up, you guys. But I know I'm listing a lot of things that are quote unquote negative, but you already know your girl keeps it real here about astrology, okay? I don't just tell you guys, oh, it's sunshine and rainbows and butterflies everywhere and positivity and just look forward. Like, I'll tell you some stuff like that, but I mean, this is real deal stuff that's going on. This is how it affects our real lives, you know? So I'm just giving you guys examples of what really happened. But following the examples that are not so great, I will still tell you, this is to show the timing of life events. And as you know, as much as the planets move and shift and they move into the next sign, they keep progressing along in degree, the hard times will progress and move along too. You know, that whole saying, this too shall pass. That's why I love astrology. One reason why I love it, and showing everybody astrology, because you could see like the timing of things. It sucks right now. It's like whack. It's shitty. But you know what? The planets move, and so do the hard times. Okay, so if you guys are experiencing any of this, just know it's not for long. All right. So on the 3rd, this is when Venus square Saturn is super strong. I guess, what are some positives with Venus square Saturn? Maybe just reality checks about stuff, reality checks about love, reality checks about money, maybe frustrating you to the point to where you put up some boundaries with love, or you make some plans with your money that are more set for the long term instead of just like right now. Like Venus in Aries is very impulsive, you know what I'm saying? It's fire energy. But squaring Saturn, maybe Saturn's like, slow your roll, Venus in Aries. You need to excuse me, we need to figure out a plan for the long term, you know, like a savings plan, or we need to budget a little bit more. We need to not be impulsive with our spending. You know, it can kind of just bring things like that more to the surface, which can be a good thing. Okay. So let's move along to the 4th of March, where we have, what was I going to talk about? We were going to talk about, the moon moves into Cancer. The moon moves into Cancer. Let's see. Actually, it moves into Cancer late at night on the 3rd. And once again, if you're new here, I am on the west coast of the USA, so this is the time zone that I'm in right now. But the moon moves into Cancer late at night on March 3rd, or early in the morning March 4th, depending upon where you're at on the planet. And the moon, excuse me, shifting into Cancer. Hold on. Sorry, I had to be tacky and cough. Okay. The moon moving into Cancer. Oh, yes. So she'll be in Cancer until the 6th. And so the mood shifts into Cancerian energy, which is water, which is emotional. The moon is at home in her home sign of Cancer. So she will bring out more of that energy within all of us. Sorry. And she will make us all look, moon in Cancer. And then we've got Mercury in water. We've got Sun and Neptune inching towards each other in water. It's going to be super sensitive, you guys. I'm not going to lie. Like, there could be a lot more emotions coming through. Okay. I think a saving grace for this day, like early on, it could be like hella emotional. Really getting in your feelings, being nostalgic, going back down memory lane, Maybe, songs will remind you of times that make you emotional. Like everything will. But then later on in the day, we have Mercury retrograde going back into Aquarius, and Aquarius is not an emotional sign. It's more logical, dry, scientific. It views things from a perspective that's like, we need to rise above our emotions and all this human stuff, and we need to look at things from the point of view of like we're aliens, from outer space, and we're like probing human life and activity and behavior, so that's how Mercury and Aquarius acts. So we'll have the moon in Cancer, which is very illogical, very just like everything is flooded with emotions, right? Your mind, the moon can also rule your mind as well as Mercury. The moon is like, oh my god, oh, this reminds me of this person and this and this and this, and then once Mercury goes retro back into Aquarius, it's like, okay, let me get out of my feelings, let me analyze things, let me figure things out and keep it moving, or move backwards, like remember, reminisce and stuff. But it's more of like, maybe I was in this situation that I'm in my feelings about right now because of this occurrence, this behavior, this thing that I did, this thing this person did. And maybe next time, I can handle it such and such and such a way. Okay. So it'll help us out with not drowning in all the freaking water. Okay. So the moon will be in Cancer for a few days. We will still have that mood of maybe wanting to feel closer to family, staying home, being homebodies, wanting comfort and security a lot more, being extra hungry. Moon and Cancer days are one of those days where I say it's harder to shop at the grocery store on a budget, all right? Because we will want everything that is a comfort food that's like, this reminds me of my childhood. My mommy used to make this, my grandma, my grandpa, whoever, and you'll just want to buy things because they bring you a certain feeling, instead of like, oh, well, this is what meal plan I have for this day and this day and this day. Nah, it'll be like, I feel like this, I'm craving this, and so I'm gonna grab this, this, and this. F a budget, okay? So be careful when you're shopping for like groceries and stuff when the moon's in Cancer. What else? Yeah, Mercury is retrograde into Aquarius. How long is he in Aquarius? He's gonna be back in Aquarius only for like not even 2 weeks. So from the 4th until the 16th. Okay, so we're like 12 days, right? So close to 2 weeks. Okay, he'll be back in Aquarius, and Mercury is going to be revisiting 28 and 29 degrees of Aquarius, where he was at February 2nd and 3rd, okay, the first time. So that means whatever was going on, if you can remember the beginning of February, anything that you were thinking about, that maybe you had a big discussion about, you had a plan for, you, whatever, around that time, anything that Mercury rules can be revisited during the next 2 weeks, okay? So, yeah, I can actually recall a discussion I think I had with someone. Yeah, it was on like the 2nd and the 3rd, and it might be revisited during this time. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, if you guys can recall that period, this is something that Mercury could be bringing back up again. Or maybe if you lost something during that time, data, information, items, whatever, you could find those things again. Okay, so also on the 4th, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie, because Uranus is a wild card, and like I'm Venus ruled. And Venus and Uranus together kind of scares me, but Venus is going to move into Taurus, y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So 8 o'clock p.m. exactly on the dot, West Coast time in the U.S. If you're further east, it's like late at night or into the next day on the 5th. But Venus goes into Taurus. She will be there until April 3rd. So Venus is at home in Taurus. Oh my God. So Venus rules the sign of Taurus, and also she rules the sign of Libra. But Taurus is an earth sign, Libra is an air sign. So they're both ruled by Venus, but they act differently. Okay. But they both love art and beauty and all that is just like enjoyable and aesthetically pleasing and pleasing to the five senses in this world. So, Venus being in Taurus, she's at home, she's comfy, she's like, yo, kick your shoes off, let's light some scented candles. Can I get you a delicious drink or a snack? Let's watch Netflix, let's cuddle together. Oh my God, let's have some chocolate. Oh my God, I love Venus and Taurus. That is my Venus sign, as well as my Mars, Mercury, and Sun, and Chiron. So, yes. But everyone is going to be experiencing Venus and Taurus in her home sign, and in all her glory. We'll all be experiencing her, whether you're a Taurus or not. So Venus will be in Taurus until April 3rd. Now, Venus in Taurus is very steady, stable. She doesn't really budge very much. She's a little stubborn. She's like, I like my comfort and my security, okay? And I don't like nobody to mess with that. You cannot push me out of my comfort zone. You cannot make me, like Taurus loves familiarity, okay? Like, for example, and I trust me, like, listen, I know I'm talking about myself a lot, but I'm a fifth house moon, and I'm having fifth house transits. Okay, so I'm doing fifth house tings, which could be, we could talk about ourselves a lot. I'm sorry, but I'm using myself as an example because this also comes from the heart. Like, this is real deal what this feels like as a human being experiencing this placement. Okay, Venus in Taurus loves familiarity. So Venus rules love, right? Dating and all that stuff. I can tell you, as a Venus in Taurus, I don't really dig meeting new people. I don't really dig it. I always end up dating within circles, and I know this ends all bad most of the time, trust me. But I always end up dating within circles of people to where they're in familiar places that I go to all the time, that I frequent. Whether I meet them as co-workers, or we go to the same school, or we go to the same, I don't know, we're involved in something. We're involved in the same common interests, like the arts or something, and we go to the same events all the time. Like, I usually end up dating within those circles, right? Because my Venus in Taurus feels comfortable. Like, it takes a while. You got to warm up. With Venus and Taurus, you have to warm up. You can't just snap, crackle, pop, like, hey, okay, now I got somebody new. Okay, who's next? Venus and Taurus is not about that life. Let me tell you, she just isn't. She's like, let me see this person again. Okay, let me see them again. Okay, and again and again. Okay, we are progressing slowly into getting to know each other. Now I feel comfortable around you. Okay, now we can take things to the next step and maybe exchange phone numbers, or we can exchange social medias, and then further down the line we go further and further and further, slowly but surely, right? That's how Venus and Taurus is. She doesn't like strangers. She doesn't play well with strangers. Trust me, okay? However, when she steps into the zone of Taurus, right away, who's waiting for her ass? Uranus. Uranus is about zap. Something new, something different, outside your comfort zone, outside the norm. It's weird, it's different, it's alien to you. So she is going to be in for some surprises when it comes to love, when it comes to money, when it comes to, enjoyment, expression through fashion and style. Venus and Uranus, when they get together, you never know. Excuse me, like Forrest Gump, when he says that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, you never know with Uranus. He's like the wild card, the Joker. He's like, I always picture Uranus like energetically, and if I have to characterize what the planet Uranus does, it's like a mad scientist, right? And he's like the kooky guy, and his eyes are all bugged out, and he's got like his hair just sticking up everywhere, like he just stuck his finger in a light socket, right? And he's like got one, what are those called? Like a beaker, or a, the scientist thingies. Please forgive me for Mercury retrograde stupidity of it all, okay? But he's a flask, or something like that, right? The little glass thingies the scientists have. He's got one thing in your life in one and one possibility in another, and he's like, oh, let's just pour them together, see what happens, and if some shit explodes, then haha, he laughs at it, right? So that's kind of what can happen with your life when you have a heavy Uranus transit. So we will all be going through Venus conjunct Uranus, okay? So wherever Taurus is in your chart, that's where the universe is kind of acting as like a kooky mad scientist at that time. And you never know what's going to pop up. I can just tell you this. Venus conjunct Uranus is like lightning can flash and your life can change. Someone can come through. If this is love, you meet somebody, right? And it's like, whoa, it's unexpected. You didn't expect to meet them, or you didn't expect to be attracted to this person, but hey, I'm kind of rolling with it. When it comes to love, it can be also a sudden breakup. Uranus is like the Tower card in in tarot. It's like, lightning strikes that tower and destroys it. People are flying out of it. Like it can kind of be like that sometimes. It depends on the reader, but some tarot readers say other cards could be Uranus, but I personally just see the towers like suddenly something breaks down, something explodes, and it's whoa. It's major. So Venus conjunct Uranus can be sudden breakups, or it could be suddenly attracted to somebody. Venus conjunct Uranus, oh my God, let me just tell you guys a very quick story. Moon is in Gemini, so I am chatty, so forgive me. But when I had a Venus and Uranus personal transit last year, let me tell you guys, at the exact degree to the minute of that Venus and Uranus transit, this dude messaged me on Instagram that I knew only through mutual friends and the internet, right? And he was just like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And I was just looking at my phone. I had to stare at the message and then look at my transits. And I was so shocked to see the exact degree to the minute Venus conjunct Uranus, or Venus, was it a square or an opposition or something? It was to the freaking minute. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to think of this. I don't know if I should respond. I don't know, Anyway, long story short, I did respond, and I was like, I'm just out by myself, because Venus and Uranus together could be liberation and doing your own thing. Like, whatever, I do what I want, like all on your own solo, right? So that's the kind of night I was having with that transit. Like, I'm just by myself. I don't care about dudes. I'm just going to do my own thing and turn everybody down just looking hot, right? So that's the night I was having. And then a dude hits me up. I'm like, I'm trying to be dude free tonight. What's this about? And he's like, yo, meet up with me later. Meet up with me and my friends. And I didn't know the guy. So I thought it was very weird, and Uranus rules weird. So I was just like, okay. And I was going to diss him. I was just going to like not show up because I just felt like something was up. Something was weird. A little suspect about this. But I was like, you know what? F it. Let's try something new. Try someone new. That's what Uranus can also make you do. So that's what I did. I said, let me just see what's up. And let me tell you, I met up with the dude, and I didn't expect to be, but instantaneously there was an attraction. There was chemistry. There was just like, it just flowed. Like we had been friends forever. You know what I'm saying? Like we already knew each other. But it turns out, this was another South Node relationship that I'm always like crying on social media about, you guys, like to where we have a past life together. And he just came out of the sky, literally like lightning during a Venus and Uranus transit to destroy me. Okay. So I will share more of that story when I finally do my past life relationships video. Probably coming soon, very soon, in the next like month or two. Okay. But be careful with Venus and Uranus and love is what I'm saying. Because it can be so fun and exciting. Like, oh, I met this new person. But you never know what Uranus's crazy ass is going to send you. All right? Okay. But anyway, so right away, Venus and Taurus, conjunct Uranus, unexpected things can happen with love. Be careful with your money. You can unexpectedly gain some or lose some. Okay? Excuse me. Your material items, something can be unexpectedly destroyed too. Like especially your technological devices, because that's what Uranus rules as well. What else? Venus and Uranus. Oh, you may want to suddenly get a tattoo, a piercing, cut your hair, dye your hair, do something crazy with your look. When Venus is here with Uranus. Let's see, but this is the fourth. Excuse me, this is the fourth when Venus barely steps into Taurus, but I'm just letting you guys know on the 8th is when the exact conjunction happens. I am going in date order, but still, like, I was just hyped to talk about this because it's just crazy. And I just, like, I don't know, you guys let me know, like, what does it bring for you? Is it going to bring anything crazy, or do you have any crazy Venus and Uranus transit stories? Like, even Venus transiting your natal Uranus, like if you have Uranus and Capricorn or Aquarius or Scorpio, Sag, whatever your generation is, if Venus has ever crossed your natal Uranus or even squared it or opposed it, if you know more astrology and you have any crazy stories to share about it, like, please let everybody know. All right, so anyway, Venus, yeah, so the moon goes into Leo on the 6th. Let's move it along because I'm starting to get my throat's starting to get yucky and my voice is like ugly. Okay, but yeah, on the 6th of March, that's when sorry, the moon moves into hold on. Okay, oh my god, I hope this is the last week of this crap that I have. All right, so the moon moves into Leo. Yeah, it's like super mad early in the morning. Okay, so on March 6th, moon moves into Leo, right? She moves into Leo for a couple days, from the 6th until the 8th. That is fierce and fabulous Leo moon. So our attitude will shift a little bit. We won't be as in our feelings as when the moon was in mushy ass Cancer. We will maybe feel more like bosses, like just, getting things done. We may feel more confident, more secure in ourselves. We will be just like swinging our hair. Okay, just grabbing our hair, swinging it around, or even if you're bald headed, you might just, be rubbing your scalp or whatever. Like, you have to just do all of that stuff because you just feel so fierce, right? Like, who can mess with you? Who can touch you? Who can top you? Nobody. So that's kind of the attitude that you'll have. You'll be strutting, all right, when the moon's in Leo, stunting, wearing your best, wearing something a little shiny, sparkles and fur and animal prints. You will see the animal print come out during the days of moons in Leo a lot more than usual. Okay. Red lipstick and cat eye. Yes. Work. Okay. Moon in Leo days, some people can act and feel a little bit more entitled. So just try to check yourself with that. If that's you, okay. Don't be acting like you're the king or the queen of the damn universe and just stepping on people and making them feel like crap because do you not know who I am? Like all that type of attitude. Just save it, boo-boo. Okay. But moon in Leo days can be fun. Excuse me. They can be very fun. Very fun, childlike energy is the moon in Leo. Romantic, expressive, affectionate, playful. I think I said that. Yeah, so wanting to get out and do fun things. That's moon in Leo days, okay? And the moon will square Venus and Uranus when it steps into Leo, so that day can be a little bit tough, with between the head and the heart, what you want versus what you need. And it can be kind of frustrating with love too, because the moon is our emotions. Venus is love. Uranus is like erratic energy, right? So just be aware of that. Okay, so now sorry, my voice is so flippin' ugly today. I almost wasn't gonna do this because, but anyway, we're getting through it. Okay, so the moon in Virgo, moon goes into Virgo on the 8th, and we're building up to a full moon in Virgo. So even a few days before the full moon is at its peak in Virgo, which actually is on the 9th, we may see, feel, hear, and experience the effects of the full moon. Okay, so this, and it is in an opposition. It's going to be in an opposition to the Sun conjunct Neptune, and also on the 8th, the Sun is in a conjunction with Neptune. Venus is going to be in an exact conjunction with Uranus. Oh my gosh, the 8th could be a little crazy. I'm not going to lie. The moon is going to be, I read that it's going to be like physically like big in the sky. I forgot which moon. You know how they name all the moons? I don't know how and why they do that. Like a strawberry moon, a blood moon. I think they called this one not a wolf moon, a worm moon or something. I don't know. I don't know what any of that shit means. Okay, I just know the astrology part and that it's huge in the sky. All right, and so emotions will be on high, and it is opposing Neptune, and Virgo is about reality. Neptune and Pisces are about escapism and idealism and excuse me, unconditional love, and could be like glossing over flaws and stuff like that, fantasy, you know. And Virgo's like, no, reality is this sucks, and there's this flaw and this problem and that thing, you know. So we're building up to that. I'll talk more about, if I'm back next week, I'll talk more about it then. Sorry, I'll talk more about it then, the week of the full moon. Okay, but speaking of Virgo moons, my oldest son is a Virgo moon and he's calling me, so I gotta get off of here. Okay, so let's just talk. Moon and Virgo days are good for cleaning, good for organizing, alphabetizing. You may be nitpicking at everything in life, pretty much. Try not to nitpick at yourself to where you make yourself feel bad and like look in the mirror and be like, oh, I don't like my nose, and oh my God, my hairline, or like whatever you have a problem with. Don't be doing all of that, okay? But definitely look at the things in life that could be better, could be more efficient, could be fixed, and do something about them. Moon and Virgo days, yes, they're good for cleaning, for what else? Helping people out, being more of a helpful person. Especially, you know, the Sun conjunct Neptune in Pisces is very much about empathy, and we could possibly be a little too helpful, and like overexert ourselves, overextend ourselves. With the moon in Virgo, Sun and Neptune together in Pisces, we can be a little too empathic to where we're taken advantage of. So just be aware of that. Okay. And also we can like lose ourselves in wanting to do for others and give and stuff. So there's nothing wrong with that, once again, but just try not to overdo it to where you're taken advantage of. But also the Sun conjunct Neptune. This is a really good day to visit a body of water, or to maybe take a good long bath or shower or something, especially one of the ones where you light candles, you put like freaking, what's it called, like a bath bomb, or even like essential oil to steam in the shower to smell good and just escape through water. Also maybe just to kick it and watch movies and chill. If anybody has a boo to chill with, this is a really good day to escape into some fantasy with them. You know, maybe play a little dress up, little characters together, and, you know, just fun stuff like that. And Pisces energy is very romantic. It's very spiritual. This is a really good day to dive into spirituality. If you wanted to contact people in the spirit realm that you love, this is a good day to do that. The veil between the physical and the spiritual realms are very thin and decreased and almost non-existent when we have the Sun conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so this is a really good day to pray, or, you know, whatever it is that you do. Even if you do want to get like a psychic reading or mediumship reading this day, like you can have really good chances, higher chances of connecting to that. Okay. Excuse me. Higher chances of connecting. If you're a creative person, if you're an artist, Sun conjunct Neptune days are beautiful. Your artistry will just flow so much easier. If you have a performance, or if you express your art in any type of way, whether it's physically or on paper or digitally or even online or something, yeah, it'll be so beautiful and on point. Okay. Sorry, that was ghetto, but whatever. So Sun conjunct Neptune, what else? People may want to drink, especially because the day before, which is the 7th, the day before that's 6th, Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday, people may want to drink more. People may want to, they'll drink a little too much, or they'll want to, escape through some sort of substances, drugs or whatever. I'm just keeping it real. This is a classic transit, a heavy Neptune transit for people ODing, overdoing it. Okay. So if you participate in any recreational substance use or drinking, really be careful around this time, okay? Seriously, you don't need to hurt yourself or anybody else or get a DUI or get arrested for something stupid, you know. You can lose control of yourself a lot easier. You can lose a lot of your ability to see reality and logic. Okay, even though we've got Mercury in Aquarius, which is very logical, the moon in Virgo, which is very logical. If you get caught up in this Sun and Neptune energy, you can just totally dissolve all of that. Just, do something dumb, or just not be thinking and just lose yourself. What else with the Sun conjunct Neptune? It is connection to animals. What else? I don't know. It's losing track of time, losing track of your physical items, losing track of your sense of direction. Like you can get lost when you're driving or you're walking or you're, in public transportation, whatever. Just losing track of stuff. Time doesn't exist with Neptune and with Pisces. So you can really on the stage just be floating in your own zone. And also this is sleep. A lot of people be sleeping in hardcore on the day the Sun's conjunct Neptune on Sunday, March 8th. And even the days prior and a few days after, you could be super sleepy. If you have a lot of problems, you may be prone to just wanting to sleep just to escape those problems. I can tell you that from experience, this is building up as I'm speaking, and that is definitely how I feel, especially as a Pisces myself. Like a lot of issues going on. I just want to sleep and say like, you know what, I don't even want to wake up until all this passes and goes away and life will be better. Sad to say, but I mean, that's reality of very deeply emotional transits and people when you're deeply emotional too. Like it just brings that out of you. So just be careful with that. Try not to allow yourself to drown and emotions and stuff on this day too. You can really feel sorry for yourself. Step into that victim role hardcore with this transit. Other people will be too. So try not to let others play very hard on your sympathy with the Sun conjunct Neptune as well. If I have the energy to, because I've been a little more low key on social media. If you guys follow me, you'll probably notice that. But if I have the energy to, I'll make sure to post about this. Usually in my stories, I'll post more stuff, and I keep stuff on the horoscopes highlights tab on my Instagram page. So you can keep up with stuff like that on there too, and what I've got to say about transits like this. But yeah, hopefully, the balance of this and then the moon in Virgo, Mercury in Aquarius, once again, maybe it's more like reality stuff. But Venus is conjunct Uranus on the 8th as well. We've just got some heavy stuff going on, you guys. So, Venus is conjunct Uranus. So there could be just like, you may just want to wild out and just lose control when it comes to love, money, enjoying yourself. The weekend, 7th and 8th, especially. The 8th is like, it's a Sunday, but still that energy is hard on that day. I mean, like it's like super potent on that day. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to get off of here, and thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry for coughing and clearing my throat so much. I'm still getting over this ugliness that Neptune's energy brings too, unfortunately. So take care of yourselves out there too. Of course they got that scare of the coronavirus, whatever. All the jokes and memes. I'm sorry. I'm very mercurial in nature too, with the Sun conjunct Mercury in my chart. And so I like memes and jokes. And yeah, it's no laughing matter that people are getting sick, but some of the stupid memes out there, you just gotta laugh. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, take care of yourselves, because the Sun conjunct Neptune can also decrease your vitality and weaken your immune system. Okay. And Neptune, once again, it can make you congested. It can make invasive invaders invade your body. Okay. So that means like germs and bacteria and stuff. So really, really take care of yourselves this week too. You're very permeable. We're all very permeable under the Sun conjunct Neptune influence. That's physically, emotionally, spiritually, and everything. You can absorb other people's negativity, their negative energy. their germs and all that shit. So, okay. So just be very careful this week. Protect yourself, protect your energy, your body, mind, soul, spirit, all of that. All right, guys. So thank you so much for listening. And I will be back soon. All right. Peace.